Hello, my name is Tamika Boston, and for my project, I chose to do music and academic performance and explore this relationship. The purpose of my study is to explore the students' preferences when studying, whether they like to listen to music while studying or they don't like to listen to music while studying, and helping to understand how these habits can improve their studying environments and focus strategies, and whether this has an effect on their GPAs. The main question in my research was, does the type of music a student listens to have a measurable effect on their grade point average or GPA? In this survey, I surveyed 100 full-time students at Texas Southern University. That's my population size. The key metric was their GPAs, and for the music, I explored three different types of music categories, which were hip hop, pop, rock, and then the other category, of course, was snow music. So, for the first sector of data that I needed to gather, I needed to know who listened to what genre of music and who didn't listen to any music at all while studying. So as you can see, based off the pie chart I have created, pop was the most commonly genre of music listened to by the students at 35% of them listened to this genre, and following up, another 30% listened to rock, and 25% of them listened to hip hop while they were studying. Only 10% of them didn't listen to any music at all while they were studying. So if we look at the descriptive statistics of this data and we look at count, we can see 35 students listen to pop, 30 listen to rock, 25 listen to hip hop, and only 10 listen to no music. Now in this study, in addition to me asking the students to report the type of music that they listen to, they also reported their average GPAs. So calculating the mean of the GPAs for the individual groups, we have pop with an average of 3.243 GPA, rock with an average of 2.616 GPA, hip hop with an average of 2.966 GPA, and no music with 3.505 GPA. From this data, I was able to calculate the variance. As you can see, those are the variance results for the various groups. So now that I have gathered all the statistical data, I need to analyze this data and understand what these results reflect within the study. So as you can see here in the bar chart that I have created, we are looking at the different categories in respective to their GPAs. So with this data, there is a clear separation between the no music category and the categories where people are listening to music. We can see that those who listen to no music have the highest GPA, while other groups are lower. Rock, in particular, is significantly lower than all the other groups, with an average 2.616 GPA. This is suggesting that not listening to music while studying is highly more beneficial than listening to music while studying. So now we analyze the variance that we collected earlier. So the variance shows how the GPAs are spread out within each group. So starting with the rock group, as they had the highest variance. Lots of inconsistency here. Some students have high GPAs, some students have low GPAs. The overall variance for the rock group was 0.247, and then for the no music group, we had a low variance at 0.048. GPAs within this group are consistent, and clustered around the mean of 3.505. With this being said, what we can take away from this is that the no music group not only has the highest performing grade average of all groups within the study, but they are also the most consistent with maintaining this average. So key takeaways from this would be the music preference shows a strong correlation with GPA. The no music listeners, again, they had the most highest and consistent GPAs. The rock listeners had the lowest and most variable GPAs. This suggests that the auditory environment is a significant factor with academic performance overall. Now, in conclusion for this study, and recommendation for this study would be that based off the study, it is recommended that the students study without music. Again, as we can see from the results, those who had no music had an overall higher GPA. This is possibly due to the fact that music can be a distraction. And so while you're studying, you may get distracted by the music, whereas when there is no music, there is no distraction, you're more focused. In the future, for this study, I would look at the amount of study hours between these different groups and the different type of courses they're taking. These are also other potential factors that may impact the overall academic performance. Specifically, for example, the course level of difficulty could be impacting the average GPA of the students. So this is what I would look at. That is the end of my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you.